So I'm getting ready for work now, and I wanted to show you guys the steps I'm taking to use e.l.f. cosmetics. The foundation is on right now, and you can see it's really, really shiny. I haven't set it with the powder or anything, so I'm still working on it. I'm a little bit worried because the only powder that I have, oh, by the way, this color is called Porcelain, which I kind of feel like is a tad bit too light, but I don't know if this is going to oxidize, which means get darker when it sets. I'm using a really fluffy brush to kind of buff it out, but the coverage is pretty good. I mean, I'm having a really bad acne problem right now, but it's covering up most of it. It's not bad. I think this foundation was like $6. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm a little worried because I don't have the right color powder to set this foundation. So I found the translucent powder, and I'm going to use that, so I'll show you how that looks. So now the translucent powder is on, and it did set the makeup. It still has a nice little glow to it, which is not bad, but I did notice that the translucent powder is very pink. It's not so translucent, so I'm afraid that this is the problem that I have a lot of drugstore cosmetics, is that it makes your face look so pink. And I see it in a lot of girls, a difference in color, and I'm afraid that that's going to be me today. You can hardly tell in this light. I'm looking at the screen. My iPhone is kind of like, but you can hardly tell on here. But in real life, I can see that my face is kind of like this shade of pink, so we'll see. I'm going to use the powder that is a little bit too dark for my skin. Here we go. If I don't make a mess of it, the sand colored, pressed powder. I'll give you a look of what the translucent powder looks like. It comes with a little sponge. I started to use it with the sponge, but then I noticed it was like really, really dark on my nose, and I was like, whoa, this is not translucent, it's pink. So I started to use a big brush, a big fluffy brush, but I'm gonna try to maybe do the outer corners of my face with this one since it has more of a yellow base to it. Let's just try to even it out. So let's see. You're gonna have to excuse my hair to the whole part of this video because, you know, I just got out of the shower, but you can see it. Sand is way too dark for me. You can see it on my cheeks. It looks like I put a little bit of color. That's just the face powder. So I have to find my color face powder in order for this to work perfectly. So a good thing I only stuck it like on my cheeks and down here, and I had to actually blend out onto my neck, which I normally don't like to do, but I don't want to look two-faced or, you know, two different tones today, so I had to do it. So I use just a big fluffy brush and just bring it down, and right underneath the chin area too. Don't forget this part of the chin, because people like to do that and it's no bueno. So you just blend everywhere. So that's my only thing. Porcelain's too light, but sand is too dark. I have to find, maybe if there's like an ivory color, I don't know. I have to look at the e.l.f. website. So I'm a doofus and forgot to put on concealer before I set my foundation, so I had to layer this on top. I bought this product when I first got all my e.l.f. cosmetic stuff, and I really liked it. I think this is like the one thing, not the one thing, but this is one of the major things that e.l.f. got right for sure. It's the under eye concealer and highlighter. I bought this and I had been using it, and I forgot what color I bought, and I left it back in Vegas, and it was pretty sad. So I went to Target and I got another one, but this is the wrong color. It's too light. So I'm like, ah. But anyway, you can see well, you can kind of see, there you go. It brightens up this area a lot. It's actually a really cool product if you get the color tone right. This color that I have, I will tell you in a second once I put this all on. There you go. Much better. So this color is called Fair and Glow. I think I got the Highlight and Light or something like that. And I had the two in my hand at Target, and I'm like, I don't remember it being so dark. So I went for the light one, and wrong choice. But yeah, just setting it with the whatever's left on my brush, using the dark powder and then the translucent kind of mixed into this. It really sets pretty. And you know, I have hereditary darkness underneath my eyes anyway. I can't do anything about that, but it really helps brighten up the area, and that I do like a lot. For eyeshadows, I'm going to use the little quads today that I got. They're like, I think these were $1 as well. I'm going to use this one. It's called Day to Night, and I'm going to make it just a little bit more of a dramatic pop on my eyes because I love the darkness. I have the eyelid primer on right now, which I do like, so Let me put this on and I'll show you. Okay, eyeshadows are on, and I swear I feel like I'm retarded when it comes to blending out eyeshadows that I'm not used to using because it always ends up being one solid color. I mean, you can definitely see the fade and stuff, but it's not prominent or precise, and I've been sitting here for a little bit, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna move on to the next step. Next up, I did the eyebrow kit, which is a total yes for me, and I'm trying to decide on what I want to use as far as eyeliner is concerned, whether I want to use their liquid liner or their pencil, which I bought yesterday, which is really cool because the sharpener is in the lid. It is the weirdest looking contraption I've ever seen, but that's actually that's a good idea. This is a shimmer eyeliner pencil. I guess I'll probably use the pencil since I've already used the liquid liner. If it doesn't show up, I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm here on set, and I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to show you what I was doing step by step, but I was looking at the time, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go! So, I'm just going to show you everything now. I have the eyeliner on, which I did like. It's a very, very soft black eyeliner. There was no shimmer to it, though, so it's kind of sad. But it's still alright. You can see it. It's pretty. I softened up the eyeshadows a little bit, because it was just... It sucks when you have to try to blend out eyeshadow and it's not going the way you like it, so I was like, ah, screw it. I just kept going and going and going and going. Let's see. Now, problem. You know how I stuck on the concealer on top of my powder? Well, it started to leave this mark where it looked like it was very muddy, so I tried to conceal that with a little bit of shimmer powder, but now you can see like this whole streak of shimmer, and it's very, very weird. So I have to figure out how to change that. I don't know, I can see it. I kind of feel like my face is a little muddy and dirty, and I don't know. So I think most of the problem is that I have to find the right color foundation for my skin. You know, someone told me that they oxidize a little bit darker than what they look like. So porcelain, hopefully this will darken up. But I mean, it looks good. It looks good in this light. Sometimes it looks really white. But of course I had to use different powders just to even it out. But I'm trying to get all super close. This right here, I don't know what's going on. It faded really fast. So I'm like, okay. Woo! It's been a full day on set today, and I'm not really sure about how this makeup, I guess, held up. I noticed that if you use a very, very light concealer underneath your eyes, it actually starts to fade easier and make you look a little bit more tired. Well, I don't know about it fading easier, but it makes it look kind of dead, and that's what I felt like this did to me. So I have to go back to Target and find the right color. But I mean, I still feel like my face is a little bit muddy, and that was kind of distracting. And in certain lights, my makeup looked very pink, and it was a tiny bit sheer. But then again, we on set use different kinds of lights, fluorescents, you know, whatever. And it's not like you're under that bright of light and all this stuff on a daily basis, so it's alright. So I'm going to go home and take a video under the house lights and see how this works out. So overall reaction with everything, I think the most important thing about this makeup brand is that you have to get your perfect color. You have to figure out what works well with your skin tone, because if you have the wrong colors, it makes you look a little bit odd. As far as the concealer, you know, it's too light underneath my eyes, the foundation is too light, the powder is too dark. You would think by blending the two together it'd even out, but sometimes it doesn't work that way. It depends on how the product works. You can still see the layer of lightness through the dark powder. You know, it really just, it varies. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And as far as the powder eyeshadows are concerned, you should take your time when using them, because they're very, very lightweight. Therefore, they can fall and transfer onto other parts of the skin. And some of them are a little bit hard to blend out as far as like smoking it out is concerned. Like it definitely will spread out, but blending it out is a little bit hard. You have to kind of use a really, really fluffy brush. So, of course, in this lighting, it's probably the worst that I've ever started doing because it's so yellow and it's so grainy. But yeah, I have to give e.l.f. another try before I give you my final decision on how I feel about their products, because, you know, for the price, it's not bad. It's cool, but I want to get a really good idea when I have the right colors for my face. Then I can give you a yay or a nay. So, but try it out. Maybe you can get it done before I do, and tell me how you like it.